Red, white, and blue, three colors that are true.
She definitely sewed the flag, as we might say, but we're not certain that she sewed the flag. The flag adopted by the Continental Congress on June 14, 1777. But we know she sewed flags for 50 years. The picture on the left comes from the time when, just after rather, or at the time when another lady who almost no one has ever heard of was possibly going to become Betsy Ross, to put it loosely, Lydia Darrah. There was a movement to memorialize her house in a beautiful neighborhood we don't enter on this tour called Society Hill, south of here. And her work in espionage against the British Army during the Revolution. And when that house was torn down, this was the only one left standing of dual campaigns. So that's one reason almost no one's ever heard of Lydia Darrah.
You can find crafts, costumes, books, glassware, and more at the Betsy Ross shop. Bring a piece of historic Philadelphia home with you. Christ Church is an Episcopal church in the Old City neighborhood of Philadelphia. Founded in 1695 as a parish of the Church of England, it played an integral role in the founding of the Protestant Episcopal Church in the United States.
The basics of the building. We're part of the National Park, same as Independence Hall itself, but this is actually still a private property. It is the same operating church as it has always been. So of the buildings here in Old City that are part of the National Park that are walkable, this is actually the only one that is literally the same institution now in the 21st century as it was going all the way back to the 17th. We were founded in 1695. Now, the reason we're part of the park is that both this building and the congregation here in the Revolutionary era are intimately connected to the Revolution. This building is the only structure other than Independence Hall itself that can reasonably claim it's hosted all of the founders of the country. And that is because ministers from this particular church were chaplains to the Continental Congress right from the beginning, and then after that to the Constitutional Convention. So although this building was not used for political meetings, those same groups of people who were doing the politics in Independence Hall and in other places met as those groups, and then beyond that, individual members were here for other things, weddings, funerals, unfortunately. So for example, the first president of Congress, Peyton Randolph, was actually originally buried on our property because this was the place where the chaplains of the Continental Congress were coming from.
Many examples of important, if not famous, people connected with this really important church. He was not related to Alexander Hamilton, but he helps to start the reputation, for better and for worse, of the Philadelphia lawyer. And in addition, he helps to lay the groundwork for the First Amendment by, you may have heard about this, defending John Peter Zenger, a New York newspaper printer, not really journalist in a sense, in 1735, from charges that he libeled Governor William Cosby of New York. So he helps Zenger to win and start the push to the First Amendment.
Stepping into Franklin Fountain transports you back to a time in American history when every town had a soda fountain. From the detailed molding to the tin ceilings, everything inside the Franklin Fountain looks authentic. Even those serving your food are dressed up like an authentic soda jerk from the early 20th century. But as nice as the scenery is, the real reason to come to Franklin Fountain, of course, is the ice cream. Old City, Philadelphia is the nation's most historic square mile. This vibrant old world neighborhood is the home to historic landmarks, galleries, restaurants, bars, and clubs. The Old City Historic District was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1972. In 2003, it was added to the Philadelphia Register of Historic Places. If you happen to be in Philadelphia on the first Friday of the month, you must attend First Friday. Art and design galleries, along with boutiques, housed in industrial spaces of Old City, open their doors to celebrate their new monthly exhibitions. Alfred's Alley is a historic street in Philadelphia which was referred to as our nation's oldest residential street, dating to 1702. There are 32 houses on the street which were built between 1728 and 1836. The Alfred Alley Association holds several holiday celebrations each year whose proceeds support the upkeep and restoration of older homes.